The hybrid learning model, which began on November 3, 2020, was in full effect for the remainder of the year. Hybrid students adapted to their new schedule and teachers adapted their lesson plans to accommodate both hybrid students and students who remain online. However, on December 31, 2020, the district shared the news that the Board of Trustees had voted to temporarily return all HBUHSD schools to 100% distance learning, citing rising COVID-19 cases and the extension of the California stay-at-home order as a reason for this change. This decision was released just weeks after the district required teachers who were teaching 100% online to either return to campus on January 5th or take a leave of absence. This controversial decision was made in response to concerns about the quality of in-person instruction as well as the unsustainable costs of hiring substitute teachers, and was met with backlash, with some attacking students, teachers, and parents for expressing their opinions on social media. For a student's perspective on these recent events, we sat down with hybrid students Aaliyah Alzaim and Sarah Jane to hear about how the transition back to distance learning affected them.
Returning fully online had initially been quite easy personally because, like most of us, I became accustomed to it over these past few months.
Honestly, I'm kind of relieved after seeing all of the COVID cases rise.
That being said, having stepped foot into school these previous weeks constantly reminded me of the stressful yet fun school days that I wasn't spending properly as a senior.
I think when we transitioned, I don't think it really affected how I learned, just because in the beginning of the school year we already were 100% online.
I would say that I lost some motivation because I had nothing to look forward to anymore.
When I went back to hybrid, the learning experience was just completely different because teachers not only had to focus on us, but the kids also online.
I do believe that going back to school has helped with my learning because I'm a person who really appreciated teacher-student interactions and that one-on-one learning.
It did feel like we weren't fully engaged with the teacher and fully engaged with our peers because we still had to either be on a computer or looking at a screen somewhere.
I feel like the district hasn't really been doing the best job at updating us on all the new changes. For instance, I noticed that whether or not we would return back to campus at the start of the year wasn't fully communicated with the teachers and the students.
Honestly, it's been a little hectic, and sometimes information doesn't come through all the way and I just get left confused with what's going on.
I do empathize with them because these are hard times and we can't anticipate anything anymore. We don't know what's going to happen.
When the district released the news on teachers having to go back to school without much of a warning until for January, I think it really upset me. I don't think anyone should be forced to go back. I know a lot of my teachers have either health problems or family members that might have some health problems, and I don't think it was fair for them to have to go back and to be forced back.
They have to make the choice of staying home, taking medical leave, or providing for their students and risking their health, which is not a choice that they should have to make in these troubling times.